So if you're outdoorsy and you know how beautiful Colorado's open spaces are, then you should also know that there's more you can do than just enjoy those places. You can roll up your sleeves to help preserve them with Volunteers for Outdoor Colorado. Well, I have Senior Marketing and Communications Manager Kelly Flowers.
Hey Kelly, great to have you back here on the show. I would love to have you start by explaining what a volunteer project is and then what they entail too.
Sure. Well, we have a ton of volunteer projects. We host nearly 100 from April through October each year. And they range from your simple half-day planting projects near a city park in Denver to spending the weekend on top of 14ers restoring a trail. So really ranges, depending on what you're looking for. But no matter what project you come out on, you're going to have a great time. You're going to make a visible and immediate difference for Colorado's outdoors. And we also have camping for those overnight projects, and we also provide food. So just all around a really fun time.
Yeah, you know what? And you're touching on so many things that people just love about Colorado anyway. So why not get out there and do some good work while you're out there hiking or traveling or camping as it is? Now, why would you say this work is so important?
Well, as you said, so many people in Colorado love to get outside, and we saw that even more so with the pandemic. And with so many people going out there and enjoying the benefits of nature, that really does have an impact on our trails and our parks and our open spaces. So whether it's from people going off trail or leaving litter, or simply just, hundreds of feet hitting the same trail every single day, that impact really does add up. And so volunteers through groups like VOC are really necessary to get out there and help keep up with demand, help keep our trails and parks in working order, and help keep them healthy, beautiful, and accessible.
And this is really why we love the work that you guys do. How many volunteers would you say that you guys need?
Well, we need a lot of volunteers. As I said, we have about 100 projects each year. And so in a typical year, that's about 5,000 volunteer spots. With COVID, we have about half as many. We have smaller projects this year, but that's still 2,500 volunteers that we'll need this year. And I do want to mention that VOC is actually just one of many organizations throughout the state doing this type of work. And so while we need 2,500 volunteers across the state, across all of the stewardship organizations, there's hundreds, if not thousands more needed.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully people will be really sparked to get involved. What would you say, because you mentioned a couple of the projects you guys have so far this year, but what would you say are some of your most exciting ones?
Well, some that I'm really excited about this year are wildfire restoration and fire mitigation projects. I think these are projects that all Coloradans of every background can really resonate with after we saw the devastating wildfire season last year. And unfortunately, we'll probably see more wildfires like that in the years to come. And so we are out there this year reseeding areas, restoring burn areas from the Cameron Peak fire, the Grizzly Creek fire, the Elephant Butte fire. And we also have volunteers out in forests actually thinning the forest, removing dead and dying trees, helping the trees grow back healthier, grow back stronger, and ultimately more resilient against wildfire.
Wow. Well, Kelly, you seem pretty strong, I gotta say, but this can be pretty physical work. So if there are people out there who maybe want to help out in other ways, are there ways that they can do that?
Of course, yes, it can be kind of physically demanding work. Again, we do have the easier projects, but if for whatever reason you're not interested in physically volunteering, that is a-okay, and we have lots of different ways to get involved. We do have a number of volunteers who actually come out on projects, not to help out on the trail, but to help out behind the scenes. They work in the camp kitchen, cooking that food for volunteers. We also have a lot of volunteer photographers. A lot of the photographs you see on our website, on social media, those were actually taken by volunteers. And so we really do rely on them to help share our story with people.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds fantastic. I mean, you have to tell us too, because membership definitely has its perks. Explain what some of those perks are.
Of course. So we do have a VOC membership. You do not need to be a member to volunteer, nor do you need to volunteer to be a member. A VOC member is simply someone who donates $40 or more to VOC in a given year. And that gives you, in addition to that feel-good feeling, it also gives you discounted state park passes, early registration on volunteer projects, gear discounts. We have a rotating membership sticker that changes each year. So it's just a really fun way to show your support for the outdoors while also getting a few extra perks.
Oh yeah, those perks are great ones too for the Coloradan out there and everyone. What's the general feedback you get, from volunteers who have gone out there and really spent some time out there? And how does this work just really make them feel?
We get great feedback from our volunteers, and I actually find that one of the most rewarding parts of working with VOC is seeing the connection that these volunteers build, not just with the organization, but with each other, with their communities, with these places that they care for. We even have a lot of volunteers who have been volunteering for 20 years, 30 years, and it is that camaraderie that keeps them coming back.
Well, Callie, the work that you guys are doing is so great. I know that, as somebody who enjoys the trails and enjoys the outdoors in Colorado, we really thank you for what you guys do. And thank you so much for being here on the show with us.
Of course.
And there are so many ways you can get involved in Volunteers for Outdoor Colorado. To learn more and get started, go to voc.org or call 303-715-1010.